joining me this evening. But of course, he will be back to talk sport. Hopefully tomorrow. But come on, I've got you, my amazing listener. You know what I always call you? You are the real MVP. Alright, so let me go on this breather. When I return, it will be game on, and we will be delving into the local scene. News from the local scene. Alright, welcome back, and you know how I love to do it. Sport is a religion, a voice of the people. 96.1 FM is your worship center, and of course, the finest uncle talking sports, Uncle Fineboy, the one you love to call on. Franklin Imuna is your sporting priest. It is game on, and the game is officially on. But let me let you know that I've got one man. He joins me on the show far away from somewhere around Abuja. He goes by the name Obinna Uzoka. You know him as the Obi of Sport. A very good evening to you, Obi of Sport. Good to have you join me talking sports this evening.
Well, Uncle Fineboy, good afternoon to good evening, Abuja. Good evening, Abuja, and good to be back here once again to talk sports and to give you guys updates on the world of sports. Yeah, I'm here to do justice to that.
Exactly, and justice must be served in the world of sport. Alright, so let's get the show started already, but this time let's begin from the FCT. As the chairman FCT Football Association, Honorable Adams Mukhtar Muhammad, has extended his warmest wishes to the Muslim community as it celebrates the Eid Mubarak. In a statement released, the football administrator urged the Muslim faithful to extend a helping hand to the lesser privileged in the society. As the Muslim community around the world celebrate Eid Mubarak, we extend our warmest wishes for a joyous and a blessed Eid Mubarak. He also noted that on this auspicious occasion, we should come together to celebrate the values of compassion, unity, and gratitude. We also extend our warmest greetings and good wishes to everyone. May this special day bring happiness, peace, and prosperity to us all. In the spirit of it, let us remember those less fortunate, extending a helping hand to those in need, and strengthen the bonds of friendship and understanding in our community. As we mark this special day, may the joy of Eid fill your hearts and homes with happiness and peace. Eid Mubarak to all those celebrating around the world. Sign Madam Uche Nwodo Hillary, the media advisor to the FCT FA chairman. Obi of Sports. Indeed, the holidays start tomorrow, and from the report we got earlier this morning, we heard that the holiday have been extended till Thursday. How excited are you? I'm sure you must have enough time to rest.
Well, I say Eid Mubarak to our Muslim brothers out there. Mm-hmm. Well, it's a big one from the Muslim brothers across the world to be able to celebrate Eid al-Fitr this time around. Well, it's a good one, a good holidays for everybody. Well, not for us in the media scene.
Of course, of course.
but it's a good holiday for every other person, and I wish all the Muslim faithful a happy Eid Mubarak. And to all the footballers who are also celebrating, I wish them a happy Eid as well. Eid Mubarak to everybody celebrating.
Exactly, and on behalf of the staff and management of the Voice of the People 96.1 FM here in Abuja, we want to wish every of our Muslim faithful a happy Salah celebration. Alright, we'll be off sport. Let's move away from that and touch down at the camp of Shooting Stars as the last game for match day 29th went down yesterday. And Shooting Stars, against all odds, traveled to a very dangerous ground. Talking about the home of Kano Pillars at the Sani Abacha Stadium right there in Kano. And they went away with all 3 points. Despite ageless Rabiu Ibrahim opening the scoring as early as the second minute in the first half, it was the away team that came back in the second half to show class. Tanimu Mutala got the first goal for the away side to draw level in the 40th minute, and guess what? Right in a stoppage time at 94 minutes to be precise, one man, Christian Kpaegbara, got the winner for Shooting Stars, and it was another away win for Shooting Stars. Obi of Sport, did you see this coming? Kano Pillars yet again defeated. It is now back-to-back defeat for Kano Pillars.
Well, back-to-back defeat. I don't know what is going on. The Kano Sani Abacha Stadium is no longer the fortress that we know it can be. Away teams now run away with all 3 points. But one thing I have to say is that the fans who are always angry against the away team winning, why can't they be angry against their team losing? Because it's not about the away team. For the fact that away team won shows that the away team is stronger. You should be angry with your team for losing at home, despite the presence of the fans to cheer them on. They are losing at home. So for me, I believe the Kano fans deserve better. They deserve better than what they are getting right now. We know Sani Abacha Stadium to be a fortress, but right now, it is no longer a fortress. I believe this will be the third away loss that I can record in their past 5 matches. This is the third away loss. I remember they lost to Abia Warriors. Also lost. I think they also lost to Aqua United.
Talking about Kano Pillars. Kano Pillars lost their last game against Eimba when Eimba thrashed them by 5 goals to nil.
I'm talking about away in their home ground at the Sani Abacha Stadium.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, in the Sani Abacha Stadium, at the Sani Abacha Stadium, they have lost away games. They have lost our home games as well. So games that you know that Kano Pillars normally will win, they are losing them. And well, I don't know what else to say. Kudos to Shooting Stars for doing justice to that match, winning that game by 2-1. But Kano Pillars, I believe they should sit up and know what is actually wrong in them losing home matches.
All right, we continue to hope that the Kano Pillars will sit up to become a dominant team that we used to know. But while Kano Pillars are wobbling and fumbling, one team is getting all the applaud from sport lovers as well as journalists, and no other but Niger Tornadoes. Niger Tornadoes of lately have become a team that away team as well as visiting team are also finding it difficult to play against. But meanwhile, it was the acting technical advisor of Niger Tornadoes, Majid Mohammed. He has come out to reveal the secret behind his team's scintillating performance in the 2023-2024 MPFL season. Recall that Niger Tornadoes have recorded back-to-back wins, including away wins in their last 3 games. Their last game came at a backdrop of a 5-0 thumping of Gombe United at home at the Muhammad Bello Stadium right there in Kaduna. Playing away from home, more like a neutral ground, because Gombe United aren't playing at their natural home turf, and Niger Tornadoes, they haven't been playing at their own turf either. But it is Coach Majid Mohammed that have been getting all the applaud. And he has come out to say that give us the secret while his team has been in this amazing run of form. He says, and I quote, "First of all, we give glory to God for this feat," talking about their win over Gombe United 5-0. And he went further to say, the secret is just that the boys are in good shape and are ready to go. End of quote. Obi of Sport, do you think Coach Margin is saying the truth? Or he's just trying to be very diplomatic about his team reach run of form so their opponents don't get to understand how they grind those results?
Well, that's what you expect from every manager. If you ask Fidelis Ilechukwu today, he will still tell you the same thing. The way Rangers, you ask him the secret behind Rangers' run of form. He will tell you the same thing. The boys wants to play. He is a technical, he's just there on an interim basis for now. So the boys are playing for him. They want him to stay. Maybe the boys like him. Like the way he handles the training sessions and all that. So the boys like him to stay. That's why they are playing for the coach. They are playing for the manager. They are playing for the badge right now. So I believe that is what is actually helping them. And you know, when a team is on form, they take it one game at a time. One game at a time.
True.
They don't allow the success they have already to get into their head. So you take it one game at a time. Look at what happened to Rangers at the weekend. Look at what happened to Enugu Rangers. You will see that this team on form, losing 4-3 away from home. They scored 3 away goals. Just that the host team actually scored more goals than them. 4-3 it ended in that game. So that will tell you what a team on form can do. So you cannot take anything away from Niger Tornadoes right now. Beating Bendel Insurance away at the Samuel Ogbonwodia Stadium is not a small feat.
3-1.
It is not a small feat. 3-1, and then they completed 5-1 hammering in the United. So you can see what a team on form can do. So I'm not taking anything away from the coach. That's what we expect from a manager. He cannot tell you that this is our secret. He will be dramatic about the whole thing, just to ease pressure on his players.
Absolutely, but the coach of Gombe United borrowing the same excuse from the coach of Kano Pillars, saying that the fasting that they are currently on is the reason why they are losing games, the reason why the players are not playing well, and the reason why they are not getting the wins that they ought to get. They're blaming it on fasting.
Well, anybody can say anything. You can blame it on fasting. A lot of Liverpool fans are giving excuses for Mohamed Salah's performance of recent. That they are saying that it's because of the fasting. So the fasting is over. The fasting is over right now, and that's why I said I'm happy that the Muslim faithfuls are celebrating the Eid, so that we can see these players play once again. Let's see if truly the fasting is one of the mitigating factor behind their woeful form right now. So let's see how it happens. Let's see what will happen. Their next game, the players will be, they might have eaten enough to play in that game. So let's see what will happen in their next game.
Their next game, everything that has to do with the Ramadan fasting season should be over. All right, Obi of Sport, let's move away from the Nigerian Premier Football League and touch down to one news that has broken my heart since it dropped in the early hours of this morning. Confirmed in the early hours of this morning, but it dropped yesterday evening. Talking about the Nigerian under-15 future Eagles. With the news that we are getting, it has been confirmed that they will not participate in the forthcoming UEFA under-16 development tournament that will be going down in Spain. We hear that the contingent comprising of players and officials have been denied entry visa by the Spanish embassy, announced by the Nigerian Football Federation. The players and officials of the Nigerian under-15 team, Future Eagles, have been denied visas by the Spanish embassy and will therefore not be traveling to take part in the UEFA under-16 development tournament starting on Friday. The message reads on the official X handle of the Nigerian Football Federation. Though the Future Eagles, who have just recently returned from Morocco, are preparing for games and will now miss out of the tournament. Though they will be able to play Belgium, Italy, and England in the tournament that will kick off this Friday in Spain. Obi of Sport, big blow for these young boys. Dream crushed. Prayers that their families, friends, and well-wishers have been praying for them We have seen the negligence of the Nigerian Football Federation. We have seen the Spanish embassy saying no, no, no to these players. What would have been the reason?
Exactly. That was what I wanted to ask. What is the reason? What is the reason for denying them visa? Was there no proper documentation before these players actually went to the embassy for this visa collection? Because I don't know why this thing keeps happening. We hear these things only happen here in Africa. Let me just not narrow area.
I won't disagree with you. I won't disagree with you.
Whereby you see some of these countries, their players being denied visa. We have seen that over time. We have seen a certain time on a way he was they denied him visa to come and play for the Super League. So all these things are things that I don't know what the NFF actually is. It that they usually submit some of these the players ID card, passport, sorry. Is it that they submitted late than when they submitted the orders? I don't know. I still can't understand why or what happened. Why these boys were actually denied visa? Boys that just came back from Morocco. So what is the actual reason why these guys were denied this visa?
That means their traveling passport may not be the reason why they were denied visa, because just few days ago they returned from Morocco, and knowing fully well that they ought to have a game against Belgium this Friday, then their next game will be against Italy and then England. It's obvious that all these fixtures have been arranged. The organizers of the tournament in Spain knows that the under-15 boys of Nigeria will be coming. The NFF already has the date, the venue for this game. So all this last-minute rush, all these discrepancies in their passports, their certificates, traveling papers, and what have you, ought to have been done and dusted weeks ago. It's possible days ago. But coming out to say these guys we are denied visa and no concrete reason was given, I smell a rat.
Maybe someone has been paid to actually do that, to finalize the travel documents of these players, but the person did not. You and I know what happens in Nigeria. If actually happens in maybe in England, somebody might lose some people will lose their jobs. Not even somebody. Some people will definitely lose their jobs. So we know what happens in Nigeria. Someone will cover him. Maybe somebody has decided to sit down on the money that was given to him to process these documents for these players. And they decide to share the money. At the end of the day, nothing will be done. So that's just it. For me, I would say it's negligence on the part of the NFA.
All right, we will continue to track these news and report to our listeners for that development. Indeed, this is sad. The dreams of these young boys playing in Spain have been cut short. Even this is the kind of a message that we'll be getting from the country going out to represent this same country. It doesn't spell well for us at all. All right, OB of Sport, if you're ready, let's move then to the match day live as it will be going down far away in South Africa. All right, later this evening it will be the Super Falcons, not Eagles, Super Falcons against the Bayana of South Africa. Kickoff time at 6:30 p.m. Nigerian time. We have 7:30 p.m. South African time. OB of Sport. One thing is for sure, the Super Falcons have never lost against the Bayana of South Africa in South Africa. And looking at Coach Desiree Ellis, she has lost just one game against Coach Randy Waldron in the last 3 meetings. In this game, according to both coaches, it is a do or die affair. Why the South African ladies are banking on the altitude, banking on the fans to come cheer them to victory, banking on the better facilities in court that they have that will counter for everything against the Super Falcons. But for the Super Falcons, they know what's at stake. They cannot afford to watch the Olympic Games in front of their TV set. They want to be right there in Paris. Obi of Sport, let me hear your take on the game later tonight.
Well, it will not be an easy game. It will not be an easy game. Yes, we have a very good record right there in South Africa, but that doesn't mean that if complacency enters our game, that we cannot lose. South Africa is a very good footballing side. We know that. We have seen that over time. The way they play and their pattern of play, they are always a threat. They pose a threat anytime, any day. Yes, we can actually win this game. We can win this game with our organization, with better concentration, and also we play our own game. Yes, they have a very good facility and all that. They forget that most of our players, they don't play in Nigeria. Most of them play outside the shores of Nigeria. So they play in a better facilities as well. So you boast of good stadium, better facility, good weather and all that. It can count in our favor as well. 2 teams are involved in that game. 2 teams is playing. Are playing. 2 teams are involved. So you can say you are banking on the altitude. The Nigerian players, most of them started playing right here in Nigeria. So they are used to the weather, the hot weather. They are used to playing in the hot weather. Yes, going into Europe might have changed a lot of things, but they know where they all came from. They know where they all started from. So it will not be an easy game for Nigeria. Also it will not be an easy game in South Africa as well. All I want Nigerian players to do is to stay compact, play your own game. Don't give away silly fouls. Don't try to make silly mistakes. Don't try to do too much. Just keep it simple, and you see, I will get the victory. Even if it's a draw, we are good to go.
That is exactly what I'm about to say. The Super Falcons just need a draw. Goalless draw, 1-1 draw, 2-2 draw, whatever draw, it will favor the Super Falcons. But they must avoid defeat. Why the South Africans need at least 2 goals margin to be able to qualify to play in Paris.
Exactly.
All right, we continue to track that one. A kickoff time. It is 6:30 Nigerian time as the Super Falcons will lock arms against the Bayana of South Africa. Just so you know, games will be going down later tonight in the UEFA Champions League as well as the England Championship. That is at the Division 2 where teams will be in action. We will talk more about this game after we return from our first official commercial break. When we come back, we will be going straight to the foreign scene. Don't touch the dial.
That's the toughest league in the world.
That is the English League. We will be back.
Yes,
going away.
We bring you all the big stories and what's behind them. Politics, business, sports, news, all on VOP 96.1 FM. Now you have a voice.
Meet us on YouTube, Insta, and Twitter at Voice of the People 96.1 FM.
Traveling to Lagos and desire a perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, number 42 Murtala Mohammed International Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in our beautiful appointed rooms, featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Now, whether you are traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your every need is met. We also offer complimentary pickup and drop from the Lagos airport.
Why not take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant?
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So why wait? Book your stay today and experience the ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort.
Believe me, believe me, believe me.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
We have been serving you hot and fresh content on radio, and you have been loving it. Now we're taking it further. Catch us live on YouTube at VOP TV for all the juicy content you can't resist. Talk shows, exclusive interviews, news, lifestyle, and more. It's all about you. VOP TV, show up, speak up.
Bye there.
Inakwana.
Good morning.
Ilahiala.
Ekaro.
Obohia.
Good morning.
Mewo.
Edio.
Tutuama.
Keideo.
Good morning. Rise and shine. This is the morning ride. We have got an action-packed day ahead with headlines, sports, business, great conversation. Start your day right with VOP's morning ride. Weekdays from 5 a.m. Good morning. Good morning.
VOP Roundup. Here, we ask the right questions. We have the conversations that matter with the people who matter. A radio show designed just for you. Join VOP Roundup weekdays at 7 p.m. on VOP 96.1 FM. Now you have a voice.
Your health, your style, your music, your life. Taking a journey through every corner of lifestyle, fashion, music, mental health, physical health, even sizzling recipes. Nothing is off limits. VOP Lifestyle 360. Weekdays from 5 p.m. only on Voice of the People 96.1 FM. Now you have a voice.
The Evening Rush with the 1559 vibe, spiced with politics, lifestyle, sports, music. Tune in weekdays 4 to 9 p.m. only on Voice of the People 96.1 FM. Now you have a voice.
Muryar masu sauraro mita 96.1 zangon FM Abuja.
Yanzu kuna da murya.
Voice of the People 96.1 FM. Tune in for all the action. Rep your team and be loyal to the game. Sports Lounge, weekdays 4 to 5 p.m. Now, you have a voice.
All right, so welcome back to the second half of the biggest sports show in the land. I dare say, Sport Lounge, that comes your ways every Mondays to Fridays at exactly 4 p.m. down to 5 p.m. We make sure that your evening is separated with the best of sports and gist all across the globe. My name is Franklin Imuna, the one you love to call Uncle Fine Boy, because I am the finest uncle talking sports in the capital city and beyond. Feel free to call me the sport chef, because I love to serve it hot and spicy. On the show this evening, I've not been alone. I've got my partner. He joins me far away from somewhere. He goes by the name of Obina Uzoka, the one you love to call Obi of Sport. Good to know you are still there, Obi of Sport.
Well, Uncle Fine Boy, let's go. I'm itching to talk about what is happening or what will go down this evening.
Of course, Obi of Sport is ready, itchy to drop his 2 cents. How about you? Feel free to also drop your 2 cents on the topic we have discussed thus far, as well as the Champions League that will be going down later tonight at the Emirates. Arsenal will take on Bayern Munich, while at the Santiago Bernabeu, the most successful team in the history of the UEFA Champions League, and the new boys, you can also call them the defending champions, Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, and Real Madrid will lurk earned later tonight. Where do you think the pendulum of success will swing? Let me know your thoughts on this topic on 070 0010 961 961 070 0010 961 961. Who do you think will laugh last at the end of the game? And with that, we move to the foreign scene. Let's take you to the foreign scene. Alright, and the foreign scene is itching, and one man wants to talk about the games that will be going down tonight. Obi of Sport, it is the resumption of the UEFA Champions League, this time the quarterfinal. Now, let's look at Arsenal and Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich of lately have not been impressive at all. In fact, they have been winless in their last couple of games in the German Bundesliga. Most notably, the one that went down on Saturday, where they fell scandalously, shamelessly, woefully against a lowly rated FC Heidenheim, despite Hurricane and Serge Gnabry putting up Thomas Tuchel's side 2 goals up in the first half. It was the team Heidenheim who came back stronger in the second half, and Bayern Munich capitulated and fell like a pack of a card, and they were defeated by 3-2. But Arsenal, on the other hand, so far this year, Arsenal have played 13 games in all competition. They have won 12 and drew just 1. They drew that game against Manchester City, and it ended goalless. Arsenal so far this year, they have scored 34 goals in our competition, and they have conceded just 4. Should Bayern Munich be afraid of Arsenal? Should they be scared going to play Arsenal at the Emirates? Obi of Sport, let me hear your take.
They should be. They should be scared. They should be seriously scared. Yes, they have the players that can hurt Arsenal anytime. Bayern Munich is a team full of stars, star players. But one thing I have to point out is, any Chelsea fan out there listening to my voice, that Chelsea fan should actually listen very well and go and thank God for what God did for them. Thomas Tuchel is not a good coach. I have been saying this over time. I have been announcing it, but those that care to listen will listen to me. Thomas Tuchel was never a good coach. He was the architect of what is happening to Chelsea right now. He is the problem of Chelsea. He started this problem that Chelsea is suffering from right now. You allow the players that are supposed to be in Chelsea right now to leave. The likes of Rudiger, the likes of Timo Werner, These are players you allowed to leave and you brought in. Who are their replacements? Kalidou Koulibaly, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. These are the players Thomas Tuchel could use to replace these guys. He went to Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich just a team that is fresh from winning the title. You went there, middle of the season, you managed to win the title at the end of the season because Borussia Dortmund threw it away at the last match. Then your new season, your full season, full debut in Bayern Munich, you bought your own players and started alienating the players that made up Bayern Munich. You have a coach that will bench a Joshua Kimmich, a coach that will bench a Leon Goretzka. For me, that coach deserves to be sacked. For me, there are a lot of things that Thomas Tuchel does. Anytime he goes to a club, he picks on players, and he has issues with those players, and he will start alienating those players. And that is what Bayern Munich is. Exactly, that's what Bayern is suffering from right now. Because look at the players that he has at his disposal, and he's keeping them on the bench. How can you start a game and Leroy Sané is on the bench? How can you start a game? Leon Goretzka is on the bench.
Wow.
The best defender in Serie A last season, last season, Kim Min-jae, the Napoli defender. Bayern Munich bought the player. Right now,
he has been a shadow of himself.
Thomas Tuchel is keeping him on the bench to play an Eric Dyer that Tottenham threw away.
Wow.
These are the things you have to look at, and you understand that Thomas Tuchel is not a good manager. He's not a good coach. He doesn't know how to assemble a team. Assemble a team, give it to Thomas Tuchel. He will know how to use them. But don't allow him to assemble his own team. He will destroy the whole job that took years to be for others to do.
And so talking about
Thomas Tuchel is his issue right now with Bayern Munich, and I believe that tonight a lot of people that are saying because of sentiment, saying that Arsenal, Bayern Munich could beat Arsenal, I don't see that happening. I see Arsenal beating Bayern today. Arsenal will beat Bayern with like 2 goals. 2 goals. Mark my words. Arsenal will beat Bayern with up to 2 goals.
OB of Sports. Let's quickly look at the head-to-head between Arsenal and Bayern Munich. The last time both teams met, it was Arsenal who defeated Bayern Munich in the Champions Cup. That was just some game that was just there, and also they met in the preseason. It ended 1-1. But then, if you look at these two teams, the last time they met in the Champions League, let's focus now in the Champions League. It was far back 2017 or 2018 season. It was Arsenal who fell to Bayern Munich at the Emirates. Bayern Munich defeated them by 5-1, and in the reverse future, it was Bayern Munich who defeated Arsenal by 5-1. In fact, Arsenal has not really been dominant in these fixtures between these two teams. But if you look at present form, everybody can give it to Arsenal. Arsenal is the better team on paper. But Bayern Munich and Arsenal, any day, anytime, is always a big game. Just like my friend will say, throw away the form book. When these two teams meets each other, it's not about the team that is in form. It is just who wants it most. And of course, if you look at Bayern Munich, they have what it takes to defeat Arsenal. But Arsenal look like a team that is on rampage and wants to prove a point.
See, the difference, what people are failing to understand, yes, head-to-head, sometimes it plays a part in football match. But one thing that we are failing to understand right now is the form of these two players. These two teams, Bayern, right now, yes, they have Harry Kane, they have the best striker right now in Europe. But that does not mean that Arsenal cannot beat Bayern. On current form, based on current form, you cannot tell me that form does not play a part in this type of game.
Harry Kane will be coming back home tonight. He will be coming back to London tonight.
Arsenal is on form. So I strongly believe that Arsenal will have a upper hand tonight. I strongly believe that because what I saw from Bayern at the weekend, there is a lot of problem in that team. A lot of problem that need to be solved.
Okay.
And I don't know if some people can solve those problems.
All right, while we continue to find the solution to Bayern Munich's problem, let's hope that Arsenal will capitulate. Arsenal will capitalize on this poor form of Bayern Munich. I was saying to the Sport Bishop earlier as of this morning that, look, if there's any time for Arsenal to beat Bayern Munich, it is now. And talking about now, it is all about Real Madrid against Manchester City. OB of Sport, two of the most richest team in the world. Two teams that of lately, when it comes to trophies, ending a season without a trophy is like a taboo. So these are two teams. And one team is doing well domestically, while the other sits third in their own league. Talking about Manchester City, who are third in the EPL, and Real Madrid, the top in the Spanish La Liga. Rodrigo, Vinicius Jr., Jude Bellingham, Luka Modric, Valverde, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, not forgetting that man Joselu. They will all be up against the likes of Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Allen, not forgetting Julian Alvarez, Jeremy Doku. Did I forget to mention Rodri? OBO Sport. Tonight, it's indeed Night of Glamour. Manchester City against Real Madrid. Who do you think will smile at the end of the game tonight?
Well, it will not be easy. It will not be easy. This is a game I'm looking at a draw. I'm looking at a draw in that game. I know that Real Madrid will actually have the upper hand in this one because Manchester City are missing some players. So it will be a KG affair for me. It will be a KG affair. Both teams will look to fight each other out and see. But one silly mistake and one will score. And heading into this game, I don't know why. Anytime going into a game against Real Madrid, Kevin De Bruyne usually picks form at the right time against Real Madrid. Exactly. Look at what he did at the weekend. So heading into this game, I believe he's on form, and he will be the man that Manchester City will be banking on to help them with the goals and creation of goals as well. And also not forgetting Foden. But you and I know a Manchester City playing against a Real Madrid without a Kyle Walker, who I know is the only player that can stop Vinicius Junior.
He didn't travel with the team.
Always very difficult to stop Vinicius Junior, but Kyle Walker usually does his best to do that. But it will not be easy. It will not be easy for either side. But Real Madrid have the upper hand in this one. But if you ask me, a general player, I will say a draw.
All right, OB of Sport is refusing to give it to any of the team. Talking about Real Madrid or Manchester City. He believes that the game will end in a draw. What do you believe? Let me know your thought on 070 0010 961 961 070 0010961961. It's all about the UEFA Champions League first leg of the quarterfinals. All right, let's move away from the Champions League for a moment and touch that transfer. OB of Sport, we hear that one man talking about the ever funny, ever lively Victor Boniface might just be on his way to AC Milan, as we hear that AC Milan are ready to pay the 50 million euros that Bayer Leverkusen has a slam on these Nigerian. We hear that AC Milan originally we are targeting Zigze, but from the reports we are getting, that player might just not be coming to AC Milan, and AC Milan have now turned their attention to Nigerians Victor Boniface, even though we hear that Napoli are also in the race to get Victor Boniface, with Victor Osimhen looking destined to leave the Naples. OB of Sport, do you think that the Serie A and AC Milan will be the best place for Victor Boniface, knowing fully well that a certain Samuel Chukwueze is still in Milan and he has gotten just one goal in about 21 appearances?
Well, you cannot compare Chukwueze and there is no comparison.
True.
You cannot compare Chukwueze and Victor Boniface. Chukwueze is, for me, is a lazy player. Some people will say, what is Chukwueze saying right now? Chukwueze is a lazy player for me. So I don't know how else you have to say it. Coming to Super Eagles, Chukwueze have never impressed me in the Super Eagles team. So I don't know why everybody will keep shouting Chukwueze as if he's doing something big. He's not. So Victor Boniface going to AC Milan. Well, it will be a good one, a good signing for AC Milan for me, because Olivier Giroud will be leaving at the end of the season. So this will be the last season for at AC Milan. So his pace will be coming up for Victor Boniface. And I know Victor Boniface, he will hit the ground running in the Serie A. He's a player who likes to play. He's that kind of a Lukaku type of player, but with flair. Yeah, let me put it that way. The Lukaku type of player, but with flair. He plays with flair. If you watch him play, he likes to play with a recognized number 8. And that is where at AC Milan, he has two players who can do that job for him. The likes of Rafael Leao and Christian Pulisic. These are the two players that can create chances for him to bury. So I believe Victor Boniface would be a very, very good move for him to move to AC Milan. So whether Chukwueze is struggling at AC Milan, it doesn't concern Victor Boniface. If he can go there and bang in goals, that's what we want. Chukwueze, for me, yes, he's a lazy player. I will keep saying it. Anybody that wants to argue it, should argue it with facts. Tell me, give me facts, give me statistics, and I will back my own up with statistics. A player who has played how many years? Almost 8 years with the Super Eagles. You are a forward, a striker. Let me not say a striker, a forward player, an attacking midfielder. Let me put it that way. You are an attacking midfielder, and you have played with a team for close to 8 years. You have just 3 goals and 5 assists. That's a very, very poor record, if you ask me. Ademola Lookman that just came into the Super Eagles, not like 3 years ago.
He has more goals, contribution to Samuel Chukwueze
exactly.
in the Super Eagles.
Now you understand where I'm coming from. You understand where I'm coming from. So Chukwueze, for me, is a player that he shines once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon, he shines.
All right, so for you are sanctioning the move of Victor Boniface to AC Milan. Good deal for you.
It should go.
All right, it should go according to OB of Sport. OB of Sport for one moment, and let me take you back to the Champions League as we hear some disturbing reports that there might just be a kind of insecurity all across Europe as we hear that the pro-ISM media has confirmed that there will be, there is already a rumored planned attack by the Islamic sect, talking about the jihadist ISS. We hear that every center from London, right there in Arsenal's home ground, to Paris, and then in Madrid, that they have been scared of a terror attack. Even though that officials have said that security have been beefed, it has been enhanced, and as well, games will go as planned. That fans should come and see the game without having any fear of insecurity worries. But it is looking like worry time again in sport.
Well, I saw that this morning, and it was a very, very, very worrying news for everybody. But the good thing is that they have said that security have been beefed up. I read stories that France have deployed more policemen on the streets, and also Spain have also done the same, and England has also beefed up security in London. So I believe that will actually help. But you know one thing about these terror attacks, yes, they might post that they want to attack the stadiums and all that, but they might not be targeting the stadiums. It might be a ruse for the authorities to focus their attention on the games that are ongoing, so that they can get access to other places and attack those places. Remember what they did in Russia last 2 weeks.
True.
where they went, a men on military uniform entered a concert hall and started shooting. So something like that might still happen. Let the security just be beefed up everywhere, not just at the stadiums.
Not just at the stadium. I wish that we can go on and on and on to keep talking, as well as take comments from our listeners. But unfortunately, time is not on our side. We want to appreciate those that tried to get across to us, but it seems that the phone line as well as the network didn't allow us to have that stronger connection with you, dear listener. But Obi of Sports, always a pleasure talking sports with you, and of course Abuja as well as our listeners are grateful.
Thank you very much for having me.
Alright, let's sit back and relax us. And the games are later tonight, beginning with the game between the Super Falcons and South Africa. And later tonight, the return of the Champions League. But do well to join us bright and early tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Sport Beat will be back on your speakers. And at 4 p.m. tomorrow evening, Sport Lounge will also be back, bigger and better. Until then, keep listening to a Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja. Up next is a VOB Lifestyle with the beautiful one Chinwe. But from me to